Hello everyone, Digfig here, and welcome back to another The Outer Worlds video. We left off right outside of our ship when we were basically done with this planet as far as I know. I could be wrong on that one. We'll see exactly what happens. Volcano looks really pretty out there. Never really noticed that one before. But we're going to hop up in a ship here and see what happens. Got this guy here. We've yet to talk to him.
I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
Oh, that's good. You go do that. What about you?
Where are we headed?
I'll talk to you later, 'cause apparently that's how that goes. I would really like some storage or something would be really great. All for storage. What's my weight at? 134 out of 140. Yeah, some permanent storage would be great. Would love some of that right about now. And I can pick this now.
Nice.
As a light assault rifle. I mean, I'll take it, but I would like to be able to put things in my lockers here. Gotta be a place for personal storage, and I bet it's in the captain's quarters, which I'm probably gonna unlock here shortly.
Captain,
so we will.
I have detected that the town of Edgewater is now without power. I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise.
Why?
What can I do for you, Captain?
I have a power regulator.
How to install a power regulator?
Yes.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you, across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
Okay. We leveled up. But first we're gonna go stick a regulator in some holes and do some things, and then we're going to ooh, there's another up there. Did you remember that? Because I did explore that. Jammed a thing in there. Oh boy, she kicking on. Ooh, she charging. Feel like might get cancer standing here, but okay, she's kicked on. Now what? Oh, I didn't take any fall damage. Impressive. So that's probably the navigational terminal.
What can I do for you, Captain?
We installed the power regulator.
Operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the Unreliable into low altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Yeah, let's go. Fire her up. We gotta have some good smoke coming out for some character. Got our fins flipping around, acting as like stabilizers for something. Not quite sure what the bottom fins are doing. We're out. We are punching out hard. Just hopefully everyone was holding on.
Communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Good. I've been waiting to hear from him.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the Unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
Get to the point. I've been feeling a little lightheaded. Also, can you I can slow down time.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine.
What could go wrong?
What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly. and almost completely lawless. You'll love it.
Ooh, it sounds fun.
Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence,
See.
Miss Gladys Kilkelly.
Fine, I will do it.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology years ahead of its time. I call it the holographic shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
Does it do?
Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another.
Ooh, cool.
It has limits. First-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you. Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram.
It's true.
A change of clothes. What is this? Some old spy serial? What inattentive and brainless guard would be fooled by such a shabby disguise? The holographic shroud masks not only your clothes, but your face and fingerprints. It modulates your voice and sweetens your breath.
Glad it sweetens my breath.
Science, that's how.
Love that answer.
The beauty is they don't expect it. The shroud is the only one of its kind. We humans have a tendency to overlook the unexpected.
It's true.
Activate
Very
the
true.
disguise, walk past someone. What do they see? A figure dressed like a fellow employee. Don't act odd. They won't focus on you.
Sure, we'll put on Goose then.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended.
Okay.
You are ready to
Don't
depart.
trust the board.
Please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Got it. I would rather go check out the captain's quarters, though. Thank you very much. Check out my new shindigs and boondockies. Ooh. Means we got a tree here. Examine. So with like the spores of the beautiful cost in the wind and fresh soil, we put down new roots. Okay, that's a weird thing to have on a tree. And I guess I don't really want this, but I'll pick it up. Bin. Found a bin. Holographic thing. Holographic shroud protects the disguise on you and your companions. That gives you access to restricted areas. Provided you have the correct ID cartridge for that area. Restricted areas are off limits to unauthorized personnel, and otherwise will result in being attacked on sight. Okay. Doing a little shindig here. Messages for Alex Har. Oh boy, we have a whole bunch of things here. Unread message from you. Oh, I forgot to mention that in my previous message, silly me, I'm mailing you a copy of my favorite serial, The Spacebound Adventures of Singularity Steel. It's about a dashing space pirate with a heart of, well, steel. It's not exactly board-proof, so you don't have to showing it around to your old space buddies. I hope it will amuse you while you are out adventuring. Any similarities to certain someone, we are entirely unintentional. Lols. Okay. Unarchived. Oh boy. Return to root messages. That was the only one for that one. Okay, we're reading all these. I can't tell you how pleased I am to finally hear from you. Your message was hilarious. I'm disappointed by your sense of humor. And table of your hijinks, I hope your terminal will cooperate with the foreseeable future. By and the by, I was scrambling Groundbreaker's comms network for tasty little tidbits, and I noticed you declined to dock at Edgewater's landing pad and instead touched down in the wilderness. You rugged individualist, you. I only pray that the idiot Tapstone wasn't giving you any troubles. Anyway, I hope your meeting down on Terran 2 provides fruitful, and I look forward to corresponding with you with greater regularity. Wow, this is so embarrassing. But we're doing it. Hello, everyone. Hello. Hope you finds you well in President's office last week. Once again, I'm terribly sorry about the impounding mix-up. How could it have happened a second time? Terminals these days, I swear, dreadfully unreliable. Osh. And just like your ship, hot lols. I hope you've gotten some thought to that thing we discussed, you know, about the Wells fellow. I'm sorry to press, but I have the strangest tickling feeling that you really do know him. And if you could just tell me where he is, I would marvel at our friendships with him. Looking forward to seeing you again, Wingman. It's probably best that you don't know any stuff. Hello, Undum here, Undum Bedford. We met while I accidentally impounded your ship. My silly fat fingers embarrassed me once again. I hope that wasn't too terribly inconvenient for you. It was such a pleasure for me when I tremendously appreciate your forbearance and not throttling me. Okay. You really are quite the gentleman. If you're ever in Groundbreaker's airspace, well, space, please don't hesitate to look me up. The Lost Hope serves Spectrum Vodka. Perhaps we could try every color, you know, really tie it on me. Let me know. Okay. Turn to root logs. Didn't quite mean to exit that out. We had a whole bunch of stuff to read here. Turn to root messages, sent messages. To Bedford. Subject, no subject. Look, there's no call for shouting. My terminal was busted, had a few too many, and might have knocked it off the desk. You know how it is. Sometimes you just gotta cut loose. I'm not telling you for Willis to lay off, but me and my drink got the last hope next time I'm in, and I might forgive you. Buy me a drink on the last hope. Whatever. Reading is difficult for me, and it is embarrassing as all fuck. Oh boy, more long, embarrassing messages to read. Note to self, remember this letter. No better. ADA, remind me weekly to check this log until I tell you to stop. Yes, I mean, conditionally no, ADA, not if I'm dead. Why would you even ask that? Back to my point, I saw an actuality with my own two eyes. A seemingly powerful weapon in the Wells lab just sitting there for the taking. If the gray hair were to look away and forget about it, maybe, or if I had asked Simidigen more nicely? Whatever. He called it a shrink ray, but wouldn't let me test it. What the fuck, a shrink ray? After I lost my temper, said he was inspired to create the thing by achievements from other scientists who'd dared to push the boundaries of human knowledge and and decency laws. I had heard rumors of fantastic weapons like this one, ones that push the boundaries of the mind and science cutting edge, but I figured they were just stories. To be honest, laying eyes on Wells' shrink ray for first hand is enough to make a fellow wonder if there's more to the rumors that he had. Interesting. I want a shrink ray. The last time I got sloshed, was imbailing at the Last Hope on the Groundbreaker. Look, really free with the drinks. He seems like an okay fellow. I shamelessly but subtly eavesdropped on two Mardets yammering on about the mad scientist some years back who claimed he'd made a huge discovery but would change the fate of the colony. Like one of us had heard that was before, but here's the good part. The Mardets, that word right there, Mardets really fucks with me, said the mad scientist kept yelling about the hammer's power or something similar. A strange weapon with a special power created by a crazy lab coat. Sure fits the bill. It could be another one of those weapons that inspired Wells. Why? Won't Wells just give me the shrink ray to me? Blast him to the depths of the labyrinth of Taurus and back. Let the record show I did apologize for shouting him down 5 times, but architect be damned, this is just sitting there, neglecting and gathering dust. I should have commandeered it and thanked him without asking permission or breaking expensive equipment when he said it wasn't ready yet, and that even if it were, he couldn't entrust someone like me. What does that even mean, I ask? That I'm untrustworthy enough? Yeah, you probably aren't. That I'd have to use to wipe out the good, hardworking folks of the colony like some sort of mindless psycho, I'll admit to maintaining some questionable associates, but I follow the strict code of me, myself, and mine. What's not to respect in that? Exactly. Now I have to wait until Wells forgets or thinks he's misplaced it. In the meantime, I have been tracking down additional rumors pertaining to other of these science weapons throughout Helcom. If gospel holds true, the next step would be to check the black market merchants on the Groundbreaker and in Fallbark. Okay. I am looking for black market weapons now. We're done on that. Quest weapons from the void. Acquire science weapon from the Groundbreaker. We now have weapons from the void. That looks like it could be fun. We do have this nice bin here, so now we can transfer things to the bin. Question is, what can the bin hold and how much? If I just start dumping stuff in here with no regard to the bin, what can it hold? How much can it hold? Oof, that's a lot of weight in those things. Health regen. Body attributes +1. I don't really know the point of that. All I really want is the health regen things on me. We're just gonna dump all of this shit in here. The adrenaline on me. Don't want you. Natural health regen, we're keeping that one. Armor rating +10, I should probably keep. Keep that on me too. Terrible thing to do is just jam all the stuff in here. I'm never gonna use it, why keep it? But you know, I am a video game hoarder, so video game hoarding is what I will do. Yeah, just all of it can go in here. I don't even know what any of this shit even actually does. I'm not truly reading any of it. That's enough stuff to keep on me. All these things weigh. Why do they weigh so much? I'm sitting at 88. I do have a whole bunch of this shit on me. But sitting at 88, like an empty inventory, pretty ridiculously high. No. Pretty darn ridiculous, if I do say so myself. So we got 2 rooms open up here. What the fuck is this thing? There's no response from the atomic leader. A serial number etched in its chassis includes the letter Sam. Okay. Kind of a big fan of Sam. Would let him run wild. Isn't any Need to steal all of Abigail's stuff. Not that I even think I can. What I can do is examine. Index of banned literatures. Cool. Journal. More stuff I don't feel like reading. What's up, dude?
Verity, by strength. What are we contemplating today?
Oh boy, what's your story?
Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition.
Violently enthusiastic.
That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with them.
Oh, what were you so passionate about?
My parents, ironically. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith, a faith that brought joy to them regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. Or at the very least, find out why I lacked it.
Never works out, did it?
They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power, prestige, but that was not me.
Can't help but follow the plan, then everything you do is part of it, right?
The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of multitudes contained within it. Our paths have variance, but we'll end up adhering to it, whether we like it or not. Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. You can even go outside the lines, but the further outside you go, it's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it snaps back. The further it is stretched, the more violent the eventual correction.
Interesting.
I have run headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. This book is my last hope, and you were my only hope of getting it translated.
Does make sense.
I honestly
What if it
don't know
doesn't
what
have the
I'd
answer?
do. This quest has consumed me for the better part of my life. I fear there's nothing else left to me. What about you? What's your story?
Don't think you really want to know.
And how did he do that?
He stole my body from the Hope at the edge of the colony and thawed me out.
Well, you do seem different than every other colonist. Let's pretend for the moment I believe you. What are you going to do now? That seems a dangerous proposition. Why risk your life now that it's been returned to you?
To help the colonists, right? Just because it's the right thing to do. Tell me again about the book that we picked up.
Bakono, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
Already heard that one. Any thoughts where we can find someone?
There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakono. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
How do we find him?
That's a good question. We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
Okay.
I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track the Philosophist's off-world destination.
How is it you
Before I
became a
transferred to
hacker?
Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
Just an all-around self-learner here we
Thank you,
got.
Captain.
But yeah, I will do that. Hands down. What is in here? Nothing yet? Okay, but all these are open, so presumably we get some more crew members at some point. But anyways, guys, on that note, I really do appreciate you all stopping by, checking out the video. Sorry about my reading skills. I mean, it happens. Was never good in English. Math, science, all that stuff. Critical thinking skills. Got it down pat, but reading. Blah, 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 blah. Anyways, guys, again, thank you for putting up with it. Hope you enjoyed the content, and if you did, there's a playlist appearing from here with a whole bunch of videos just like this one. And if you like some of those, think about liking, subscribing, comment, hit the notification button, being an awesome member of the community, watching all my content front to back to really help my analytics. And I will see you guys in the next video. Jake out. Damn you, headset. Just DJing it up. I've never seen a DJ do the cross reach, but it should be a move they do for the mixing, and then they flick the switches while holding it like this, and they swap ears. I don't know. It's just how you see DJs portrayed in movies, guys. Bye bye.